Hi everybody, and welcome to another screwed up party. Hi everybody, and welcome to another Hi everybody, and welcome to another guitar lesson for beginners. And today we're going to look at one of the few things. Hi everybody. Hi everybody, and welcome to another guitar lesson for beginners. And today we're going to lesson. Oh Jesus Christ! Hi everybody, and welcome to another guitar lesson for beginners. Today we're going to look at one of the things that the guitar can do very well. Today we're going to look at one of the things that the guitar can do. Today we're going to look at one of the things that the guitar can do that very few other instruments can do. And that's the ability to bend notes. For Christ's sake. Now, bending notes is a very easy thing to do, and it doesn't take much to get the hang of it. Basically, what you're going to do is you play a note, and then you push it across the fretboard like this. Now, what a lot of beginners will do is they'll try and just use one finger and play the note like this. One thing you'll notice is that there's a lot of tension on those strings. So what you should be doing is reinforcing your bends. And what I mean by that is you take one finger to play the actual note and then put two fingers behind it, or sometimes if you want to use your whole hand to play the whole note like that, but at least 3 fingers I would recommend. And you push the whole note across the fretboard using all 3 fingers. Now you'll notice in this example that I'm using here, I'm playing basically the same note every time. I'm playing the 3rd string on the 7th fret. Now when you want to know how far to bend a note, when it comes to knowing how far to bend a note, it just takes a little practice. The easiest way to learn is to play the note that you want to bend to, and then play the note you're bending and bend up to it. I'll give you an example. If you were to play that same note that I was talking about, which is the 3rd string on the 7th fret, and you want to bend it up a half step or 1 fret, you play that note here on the 8th fret. So you know that's what it's supposed to sound like. Then you play this other note that you were bending, and you bend it up until it sounds the same. The same thing would go if you wanted to play up a full step or 2 frets. You'd play at the 9th fret, and then bend this note up until it sounded that way. Once you get the hang of it, and you start to know what it'll sound like, you can do it very easily without having to play that reference tone. There are a couple of different types of bends, so let's look at them all individually. The first and most used one is a simple bend, where you just play the note, you bend it up. The second one is a bend and release, where you're going to play the note, you bend it up, and then let it go back down. A third one is a pre-bend, and that's when you bend the note up first and then play it. And another one that goes along with that is a pre-bend and release. So you're going to play the note, the pre-bend and release. So you're going to bend the note up first, then play it, and then release. Another type is the unison bend, and that's when you're going to play two notes together, and you're going to bend one of them. Now, of course, in this instance, if you do that, you can't use all your fingers again to reinforce. But let's try it. We'll play the 7th fret on the 3rd string, along with the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And it sounds pretty dissonant at first, but as you bend this note up, you'll hear that they start to come together. Throw my camera out. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a very simple technique to get your hands around, and once you start to use it, it'll sound great. That's all for this lesson. If you have other topics you'd like me to cover for beginning guitar players, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson.